Yay!
Okay.
There we go.
Hello and welcome. This is Søren, and I'm Kayla, and we're gonna play Color X Malice today, and that is the Yanagi route, which is the last route. So I hope you still see everything we have seen before in this video. So if I've come to conclusions that you're surprised in, I have played the other routes of the other boys before, and this is the last one.
And they were pretty interesting.
And Leah is the chosen name. That is correct.
Also, my sound is a bit scratchy, but I don't think it matters.
No, you can't hear it. No scratchy sound.
Yeah, but I think it's because the connection.
Ooh.
Was it always like this?
No. But no, we've never had it like this. Okay, we're going with chapter 0. Aichi Yanagi.
Interesting. January 1st. 20XX. Yeah. January 1st, 20XX. It's been a year since the project began. This is the recording of the March of X Day. This is written as a report through someone else may view this as a diary.
Okay.
I decided to leave this record as a way to keep myself calm. Our plan, refined over decades, is finally coming to fruition.
Interesting.
Yeah. The countdown executors? Yeah. Have assembled on April 1st. It's an April Fool's joke. Or probably not. The restoration will begin.
That's when the cases started.
Oh yeah, right. The plan have revised countless times. All the necessary materials have been required. All of our preparations should be complete. However, precisely because everything was set to begin, I was racked by the mess of emotions. Joy, anticipation, conceit, and unease. Were there any undiscovered holes in the plan? Have we truly created a plan with no flaws? There's always flaws, always. Regardless of how many simulations were run, nothing can account for unexpected developments. Above all, would my heart be able to bear all the sorrow and pain our action would create?
Then why did you create it? Dude.
Yeah, exactly. We want to cleanse the world. In order to evaluate myself objectively, I have decided to write this record. I have read this in a year on the dawn of X Day. I'm sure I feel a sense of accomplishment. Someone once said, hate the sin, not the sinner. But this view is incorrect. This sin-committing human should be hated. Their species caused despair and sowed evil. Is sowed a thing?
Yeah.
To purge the human corruption in this world, we have to swiftly deliver judgment. We have to become stronger, so strong that we could eliminate all sadness.
In creating more sadness.
Yes, more despair, more souled evil, more sadness. Okay, cool. Yeah, great. Interesting. We need to do it with our own hands to save those who were devastated in sorrow. Okay, fancy.
Oh.
Bang!
Okay.
The memory that I wanted to erase. But I could never forget it. I couldn't allow myself to forget it.
Must be the first video.
Yeah. Because my sound quality is a little bad, this is even more creepy. I had to kill them. That's definitely what I thought.
What, Yanagi killed them? No.
Well, he did now, apparently. Well, he did technically say it, but I was forced to kill. I have completely lost control of my thoughts. My hand was moving what the fuck? Reflexly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's a word.
Yeah, it is.
Instinct have completely taken over.
Okay. Someone died.
Oi!
Senpai?
Naki.
Yanagi senpai.
Yanagi senpai.
It's Enemoto.
Yanagi senpai.
Oh. Yeah, I agree.
何度も声かけたのに全然反応ないから、どうしたもんかって考えてただけっすよ。ぼーっとしちゃって、目開けたまんま寝てたんですか?
Enemoto was right in my face, saying something odd. The jarring sight made me blink. He appeared to have been calling my name. I was so deep in my thought, I haven't noticed. I tried to block it out, but I keep playing. Memories, nightmare playing on mental repeat. Pathetic. Thinking about myself, I smiled bitterly.
悪い。少し考え事をしていた。
柳先輩でも妄想とかするんだ。
は?
What was that supposed to mean? I just answered his doubt with a look. Enemoto's mouth formed a sloppy grin.
だって、いくら考え事つってもさ、先輩がそこまでぼーっとするなんて珍しいじゃないですか。だとしたら、やっぱ仕事のことじゃなくてプライベートのことかなーと。もしや、好きな子のこととか。
I wonder who that girl can be.
Not yet, though. And that's typical Enemoto stuff. I agree.
Yeah. I decided to just let Enemoto's teasing slide for now. For now. I shrugged and checked at the clock. It was almost time for our appointment.
バカなこと言ってないで、今日くらいは真面目にしとけ。
Yeah, really. Stop being baka.
謎に包まれた柳先輩のプライベート、ちょっと暴いてみたかったのにな。
お前が聞いて面白いものは隠れてない。
お？
話のネタにするなら、お前の恋愛遍歴の方がよっぽど盛り上がると思うぞ。
I thought we have to look up what the relationship history is, to be fair.
We're colleagues.
Yeah.
Enemoto is a hapless romantic with a history of love affairs that date back to kindergarten. After learning his teacher was married, he cried for 3 days and nights. This memory haunts him to this day.
Oh, God, help me, Jesus.
He had a crush on his teacher.
そりゃ残念なネタならいくらでも。ってそうじゃなくて、柳先輩、あまり自分のこと話さないから。興味半分じゃなくて、たまには男同士のくだらない話にも付き合ってくれねえかなって。
とにかく、これから来る奴らは、一筋縄じゃいかない連中だからな。
ああ、さらっとスルーされた。
That's what we all do. That's what we all do.
あまり浮かれてると、
Pretty
その価
much.
値なしとみなされて、協力してもらえないかもしれないぞ。
Oof, Yanagi. Oof.
Yup.
柳先輩、この俺を誰だと思ってるんですか？
An idiot.
Yeah.
Enemotoでしかないと思っているが。
場の盛り上げは俺の1000倍特許っすから。どんな人見知りの奴でも心開いてみせますよ。奥義、まずは天気の話から。
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
That's something a guy would do.
Talk about the
求め
weather?
られているのは、そういう
Think
部
that's a
類の
secret
能力じゃないと思うがな。
Okay.
ま、大丈夫ですって。柳先輩が選んだ人なんだし、その辺は全然心配してねえから。
Is it like
にしても
someone from
な、
First Division?
どういう感じなんかな。科捜研の人と元再犯の人ですよね。
Could be.
Oh, it's Shiraishi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Takaru.
俺が警察にいた時は、そういう人たちと連携取るのが上の役目だったしな。ちょっと楽しみ。
能力は保証する。だが、実際に会ってみたら、そんな能天気ではいられないと思うぞ。
何ですか？
I feel his pain, but it's gonna be worse. Wait until
I'm
she
just-
comes.
I was wasting my breath. Enemoto didn't even realize what he was doing. This office was our headquarters. We were a detective agency, but that was in name only. We had an appointment with some odd guests.
トラブルが起きないという。
Both of them were renowned non-conformists. Huh? One of them I never actually spoken to before, but the rumors gave me an idea what to expect. The other was an old acquaintance, but he definitely a special case.
まあ、会えばわかる。覚悟しとけ。
はいはい。
You ready? Hmm?
柳先輩って結構心配性だよな。
Seeing Enemoto smile so wide had the opposite effect of what he was intended. Like me, Enemoto once worked for the police. However, he quit after being betrayed. Ever since then, he hasn't trusted people. I really couldn't blame him for that.
久々に再会した俺に対しても、警戒心を隠そうとしなかったからな。
When Enemoto was with the police, we crossed paths several times at the crime scenes. We didn't interact often, but we knew each other enough for him to invite me drinking. So I think our relationship is decent.
That's something Japanese.
Yeah, it's definitely Japanese. ... But it's like he's become a total different person since he quit the force.
悪いな、エノモト。
何ですかいきなり。
俺も、協力者を増やすことで、ことがうまく運ぶかどうかはわからない。だが、このまま俺たち二人でやっていても、独自捜査には限界がある。
だから言ったじゃないですか。柳先輩の選んだ人なら大丈夫だって。俺だって全然役に立ってないしさ。柳先輩の負担が減るなら万々歳っすよ。
He wasn't that useless in his story, to be fair.
Yeah, he was actually.
Alright.
He was decent. He was decent.
It was alright.
I couldn't help but return Enemoto's smile. I recall when I first invited Enemoto to help me after we had both quit the police. Sasuke recommended him, and I was aware of who he was, so I figured it was worth a shot. But back then, Enemoto didn't trust anyone. I could still remember the way he eyed me. What, was he checking you out?
He backwards says he's useless. Oh.
Yeah. Enemoto trusts me deeply now. When I first suggested that we could add more collaborators, he agreed with me. Yay, Nakama! Even though I knew he was still reeling, I was glad that I'm glad to have his trust. Hi! There was a knock on the door.
I like that you write that down when we just heard the knock. What cake?
Yeah.
来たみたいですね。
Without waiting for us to respond to the knock, the visitor quickly opened the door.
やあ、柳くん、久しぶり。
You guys should run. The grinning man was on the other of one of the people that we had been expecting.
先週会ったばかりだろ。あれ、そうだったっけ？その時に今日の待ち合わせを決めたはずだが。じゃなかったら。それもそうだ。ありがたいことに仕事が忙しくてね、日付感覚がないんだよな。仕事とは関係ないことに興味が出て脱線するせいじゃないか。
Does he seem more calm?
それは当たり。
He just found the cats, probably.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He just found the stray cats that he loves.
まあ、お前のことはいい。で、そっちが笹塚健だな。
どうも。
I'm Takeru Sazasuka. Jesus fucking Christ, I can't say that fast enough right now. 24. He's an IT specialist who used to be assigned to the cybercrime prevention division. He was one of the police they brought on an investigation headquarters prior to my resignation.
I let you read everything just so you learn reading. Resignation.
Yeah, resignation. Yeah, but sometimes I can read it in my mind and then my mouth do the bleh. I only knew him for his resume because I couldn't remember all of the new faces there. I was probably the same to him. He had no reason to remember my face. It's because he won candy. I heard of his considerable talent. Digitally aside, he's specialized in hacking.
24歳にしては童顔だな。
I would more worry about his weight. I mean, what does he weigh? Like 40 kilos?
Yeah, and with all that candy he eats, Jesus Christ, gained some damn weight.
No clue.
That was my first impression of Sazasuka. He didn't look like a genius hacker to me, but a little pretty boy.
He has vampire eyes. You're right.
Yeah. Maybe he's a vampire. As soon as Sazasuka entered the room, he began glowering at us with a narrowing-eyed glare. The look he gave me and Enemoto, it was almost a look of animosity. It was our first meeting, so I had to wonder what had so thoughtfully rankled him? What the fuck is that?
へえ、この人がプロファイラーなんですか？マジで？つうかちっちゃ。
That's how he started hating you.
Yup. Enemoto seized upon the moment to shatter the silence and the tension without the slightest hint of restraint. I'm facepalming at the moment, like... Sazasuka visibly stiffened. He was obviously upset. No shit.
違う。プロファイラーはこっちの白石だ。
え？
ずいぶん鈍い子だね。俺と柳くんの会話で察せないなんて。
すみません。
俺は白石景之、警視庁の科捜研所属。今は新宿署で機動捜査支援係の主任やってます。X デー事件が複雑になってきてから新宿署に出向したから、君とは会ったことなかったね。会ってても、白石は覚えなさそうだな。
He's just playing his part, bro.
Pretty much.
名前なんだっけ？あ、えのきくん？
Close enough, at least.
あ、Enemotoっす。さっき柳先輩が呼んだばっかですよね。
そうだった。
わ
うわ、もしかして人の話聞いてない系？まあいいや。よろしくお願いします。俺はEnemoto峰夫。元は新宿署の第二機動捜査隊にいました。俺プロファイラーに会うの初めてなんですよ。ちょっと観察しただけで相手のことが何でも分かっちゃうってマジですか？
Well, they can tell you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Enemoto was a bit starstruck by Shiraishi.
Yanagi.
I lost count of the times I've seen this. Harvest the sign. God damn it. Profilers were psychologically analysts, not mind readers.
面白いこと言うね。
He faced Enemoto's microception head on. What?
Misconception.
Misconception head on. Shiraishi laughed as if enjoyed himself.
プロファイラーって職業を勘違いしてるみたいだけど、でも、そうだな。何でもわかるよ。特に君みたいな子が相手ならね。
マジで？
俺に隠し事はできないと思った方がいいかもしれないね。
Look at the evil green of shit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
なんでもって、どこまで？
Wasn't on his bed, his porn collection.
Yup. Yup.
今日の君の朝食は白米と魚だったでしょ。
Like any Japanese person.
なんでわかったんすか？
Probably on your t-shirt, dude.
Yeah.
Yanagi.
Anyone could know this by looking at him. Enemoto didn't appear to have noticed, but there was rice on his shirt collar. You were right. It wasn't dried out, so it must have fallen there pretty recently.
魚は適当だろうな。
Fish were a standard complement to white rice for breakfast. He probably played the odds.
Told you.
Not to take anything away from how quickly Shiraishi had figured Enemoto out.
で、土方歳三が好きなんだね。
Of course, we're all a fan of Toshizo Hijikata. What the fuck?
Yeah, party. Wow, he's just toying with him. Enemoto was currently in front of his desk. In a corner of his somewhat sloppy arranged desk lay several books. All of them, all of their titles had Toshi Hijikata or Shinsengumi in them. Could I just say Shinsengumi? That one I can do.
Shinsengumi.
Yeah, Shinsengumi. Yeah, you're better to pronounce those two because you usually say those things.
Because I played the fucking game for like 60 hours.
Pretty much.
Just know the names.
Oh yeah.
Hakugi is a great game. So.
We still need it in English though, on the Switch. Still, to notice this so quickly, Shiraishi was undoubtedly very skilled at his job.
He's the mentalist.
Oh yeah. Oh,
He's in psych.
Now I kind of want to see lie to me. That's a good one.
あと、そこの本棚に隠してるやつは、隠し場所変えた方がいいよ。
Oh. When he violently sprung to check his bookcase, Enemoto stopped his foot on his chair. Oh, ow, stop doing that. That hurts. His expression and the way his eyes locked in on the shelf completely gave away his stash.
Oh, he's gonna hide it now under the bed. Spoiler.
Yeah. Shiraishi started chuckling at Enemoto's transparent reactions.
そうか。いかがわしい本か。
Indecent publications. That's a nice way to say it.
なんでわかんの？きょえー！プロファイラーすげえ！つが怖えー！
Yanagi is really the only normal one of those. But I mean, we will see how normal he really is.
He didn't even need to express how much he enjoyed Enemoto's sincere surprise and awe.
バカにされていることに気づいてない。
Yanagi.
Enemoto.
My male spirit.
I felt a little sorry for him, but I didn't want to drag this out. Sazasuka had stayed quiet doing it all.
白石もEnemotoもそれくらいにしとけ。それで、さっきEnemotoが間違えた方が。
絶望的なバカだな。
おやお
Well,
や。
that's my spirit animal. I'm drinking Pepsi. Give me a sec. I was too late. Sazasuka practically spat the words out.
無理。白石さん。悪いけどこんなバカと一緒に捜査とか、絶対無理だ。
まあまあ、落ち着いて。
落ち着けるか。バカの近くにいるとこっちまでバカになる。てか、どんだけバカなんだこいつ。信じらんね。
Wow.
おい、さっきから何バカ連呼って、もしかしてバカって俺のことかよ
Of course!
Wow. Enemoto.
反応が遅い。
He even said it. Jesus Christ. I didn't say that out loud. I knew this was only going to get worse.
そうに決まってんだろ。他に誰がいる？そんなこともわからねえくらいバカなのか、お前。はっ、想定外のバカだな。バカ選手権があったら優勝できるぞ。よかったな。
Idiot Olympics.
Wow.
Oh.
なんだよ、お前。人のことバカって言う方がバカだっつの。だいたいワカメみたいな頭しやがって。
Personal insults.
I don't know, I kind of like that green color. It's a nice color.
えのきとワカメ。いい組み合わせかも。
Oh? Nicknames for Minero, Enemoto, and Takeru Sazasuka, respectively. Enoki is a type of mushroom, which is commonly used in miso soup, as is seaweed. Trust Shiraishi, Jesus Christ, has secretly dubbed them both as miso soup duo. What the fuck? They're now soup.
They are the soups.
They're soup
それ
now.
お前がバカなこととは全然関係ない。そもそも、白石さんがお前のことバカにしたの、本気で分かってねえの？はぁ？ なんだよそれ。さっきのはプロファイリングってやつだろ。
Well, I mean, he kinda was, I guess.
Well, yeah.
バカの上に恥の上塗りかよ。あれはプロファイリングなんかじゃねえ。素人でもわかる観察結果だ。
素人って。
プロファイラーじゃない俺にだって、それくらいわかる。お前よくそんなんで警察入れたな。
It's better the question how she got in the police force if you think he is dumb.
おい、そりゃどういう意味だよ。喧嘩売ってんのか。売ってるよな。
そこまで。
He's not a fighter. He's a candy eater.
Donuts.
I had to pull all of this to a stop. I couldn't let them go any longer. At least I understood one thing. These two would not get along.
He's also profiling.
Yeah.
Am I doing that?
Yup.
柳先輩、だってこいつ。
自己紹介すら済んでないうちから喧嘩はやめてくれ。改めて、笹塚。俺は柳愛二。元は警視庁捜査一課にいた。お前の自己紹介も頼む。
どうせ知ってるんで。じゃなくて。俺まだ協力するかどうか決めてないんだけど。
Of course you can.
こんなのがいるんじゃ無理だ。やってられねえ。
Of course, Sazasuka's glare was directed squarely at Enemoto.
俺かよ。
だから、他に誰がいるってんだ。
でもいいのかな。柳くんたちに協力してくれないなら、情報はあげないよ。
別に、それならそれで。
From the way Sazasuka stumbled, I sensed that he had come here as a part of some deal he made with Shiraishi.
大方、警察内部の情報を横流しする約束か何かだろうな。
Shiraishi currently worked for the police, but he wasn't practically loyal to the job. Pretty much not. He'll be fired or worse if he was caught, but Shiraishi valued his own gain above that. Whatever Sazasuka worked out with Shiraishi wasn't important right now. But I had something I wanted to say.
笹塚。
Let's get Mackie.
俺と榎本、それから白石も、今この新宿で起こっている X デー事件を調査するためにここにいる。全員、目的は微妙に違うが、事件に対する熱意は本物だ。警察を抜けて独自で動いたとして、得られるものに限界があることは当然分かっている。それでも、今はできることをしたい。そのためには、努力も手間も惜しまない。
俺は単純に謎を解きたいからだけど、謎が解ければ事件は解決するわけだし。だから、熱意はちゃんと本物だよ。
うわ、うさんくさいな。
失礼だな。何を犠牲にしてもいいって思ってるくらいには本気なんだけど。
いや、それはそれでどうかと思いますけど。てか、白石さんは現役なのに俺たちに協力してマジで平気なんですか？
問題ないよ。バレないようにうまくやるし。バレても君たちに脅されたとか言えばいいし。
俺たちを売る気満々じゃねえか！
はは、それは脇に置いておくとして。
置いといちゃダメだろ。この人が柳先輩の友人ってマジかよ。
で、えのきくんはどうしてここで X デー事件を調べてるの？
えのきじゃねえ、榎本です。
とりあえずそれもあっちに置いといて。
いや、人の名前まで置いとくなよ。
で、
俺が事件を追ってるのは、俺は X デー事件がどうして起きたのか知りたいだけです。
どうして起きたか。
I thought I noticed Shiraishi's expressions. Actually, becoming serious for a moment when he heard Enemoto's reply.
X デイ事件は警察の怠慢が引き起こしたんじゃないかって言われてるの知ってますよね。警察が抱えた闇とかずさんな体制が全ての原因だって。俺はそれが本当かどうか知りたいんです。警察の存在が事件を起こさせたのかどうか。
I couldn't tell why exactly, but Shiraishi was fixated on Enemoto's facial expressions. Sazasuka, who had been verbally trashing Enemoto's moments prior, didn't say a word.
X デイ事件の犯人側がカウントダウンを始めたのは今年の4月だ。カウントダウン開始時の数字は9。世間も警察も1月には何かが起こるという見解でいる。それも今までの事件よりももっと規模の大きいものだな。すでに10月だ。もうあまり時間は残されていない。組織を抜けた以上、警察には頼れない。俺たちには協力者が必要なんだ。
Don't worry, you'll get more. Shiraishi worked for the police, but he was the only exception. We couldn't count on the police. Conversely, it meant that we couldn't trust the police. There were many factors that made it impossible for us to rule out the possibility of a mole inside the police.
笹塚、お前は群れるタイプじゃなさそうだが、それでも白石の誘いに乗ってここまで来た。それにはそれなりの理由があるんだろう。
Shiraishi smiled.
Yeah.
俺は X デイ事件に興味はない。
Then, after a brief but awkward silence, he continued.
厳密に言えば、犯人が誰かもどうでもいい。
相変わらず言葉を選ばないね。
おい、お前。
Enemoto。
でも、X デイ事件に興味ないとか、俺たちと目的が違うってことじゃないですか。そんな奴に協力してもらう必要はあんの？
まだ話の途中だ。おそらくな。
I was taken aback, but it was too early to judge. Shiraishi just kept smiling. He had probably known this from the start. There was some significance to Shiraishi's bringing Sazasuka here.
俺の目的は、この新宿を元に戻すこと。ただそれだけだ。そのために X デイ事件を捜査する。犯人逮捕だとかは二の次だ。
Neither his expressions or his word gave me any reason to doubt his sincerity. This was Sazasuka's real intent, his honest objective. In other words,
お前は新宿区の封鎖を解きたいのか？
I felt like something was a bit off about my theory.
いや、違う。正しくは。
Then I remembered that sharp glare of his when he first entered. It was hostility directed at something.
そうか。銃刀法を復活させたいんだな。
Yay, Yanagi.
なんで？
How did you know, Nani?
He's even surprised. Wow, Yanagi. Wow. I have big hopes for you. Big hopes.
Big hopes. Sazasuka's eyes widened in surprise. It seems I hit the nail on the head.
お前がこの部屋に入ってきたときに、少し俺と榎本を見て、一瞬だが表情が変わった。苦々しいというか、あれは、剣王の視線だ。よくよく考えれば、お前の視線の先には、ホルスターがあった。銃が嫌いなら、
なるほど。ここにバカは一人しかいないみたいだな。
What are we talking about? Sazasuka sneered? But I could tell from his eyes that the scorn had given way to calm.
わかった。俺は笹塚健。ハッキングが得意。以上。
And you eat donuts. At any rate, he was willing to help us now. At least half of his motivation was the intel Shiraishi was offering, but I didn't mind.
これからよろしく頼む。
I softened my expression and extended my hand to shake. Sazasuka looked at my hand, and then close at my face.
そういえば、柳さん、あんたの目的は
World domination.
白石さんとそこのバカの目的はなんとなく分かったけど、あんたはどうして X レイ事件を捜査するんだ？
He cut straight to the heart of the matter. For a short moment, my thoughts stopped. Next day?
あんたはどうして X レイ事件を捜査するんだ？
No, it's a
どうして
Oh.
thinking thing.
Oh, yeah. It had already been 2 months since the day Sazasuka first walked into this office. Back then, I couldn't respond right away. I remember replying that I couldn't condemn terror, that I will still have my convictions, things like that.
それは間違いなく本音だ。事件を解決したい。少しでも被害を減らしたい。
Right now, Shinjuku wasn't normal. All semblance of normality had vanished. I wanted to take it back. I wanted to protect those who couldn't sleep. Those feelings wasn't a lie. They couldn't be, but... I couldn't escape a thought that I buried.
結局、俺は
Maybe what I wanted was just a validation for myself.
あ、柳さんおはよう。
Okazaki.
朝ごはんの買い出し
Oh god, not him.
Yeah, it's Okazaki here on the bus.
ああ、おい。おい。
I've been lost in thought, so I accidentally answered him normally. But that wasn't right. That wasn't how I should treat the man standing before me.
Why is he always the... They just don't like him.
岡崎。お前、昨日の夜からずっとここにいたのか
No, I was sleeping in the alley.
うん。
Yeah.
俺もお腹空いちゃったな。一緒に朝ごはん食べてもいい？
いいわけないだろ
Oh shit, everything is so unfriendly.
Of course I might.
う。
Piss
何
off.
度も言うが、俺たちはお前に守ってもらう必要なんてない。
Protection
心
isn't
配
it
しなくて
local
も
hobo?
吉成くんと交代でちゃんと休憩取ってるよ。
No, remember he's in that special thing force.
I know.
Hobo sleeps in the alley.
Yeah,
お前の
exactly.
心配は一切してない。
へえ。
This back and forth was giving me a headache. Well, don't go closer. There wasn't a hint of tension on his absent-minded face. This guy is dead inside. This odd man was an SP officer assigned to us by the police. His name was Kei Osasaki. Of course, he was our bodyguard in name only. Someone at the police station just wanted to keep tabs on us.
まあ、怪しまれない方がおかしいが。
He also creeped us the fuck out. Anyways, Shiraishi still worked for the police. Sazasuka had quit the police, quit the force just recently. Even Enemoto had worked his way into the a field ops team unusually quickly. I'm formerly from Investigation Section 1. Our little team was bound to get noticed.
ただ、SP がつくのは腑に落ちないが。
SP's original mission was VIP protection. With all that chaos, there's gotta be far more important people to protect. No matter how much they suspected us, this wasn't something SP was typically tasked with.
ただの監視なら、公安でも巡回ついでの生活安全。
Public security?
I don't think we have to check that.
Nah.
柳さん、どうしたの？俺の顔、なんかついてる？
Your face is on your face.
Yeah, the resting bitch face.
いや、相変わらず顔だけはぼんやりしてるな、と思っただけだ。
そう？大丈夫。顔はボケてても、ちゃんと任務は果たすよ。
I wonder when you put on your jacket correctly. That's what I wonder.
Also pull your pants up. The way he deflected everything with his odd reaction made him difficult to deal with. Osasaki didn't usually engage in conversations. Shiraishi was troublesome in a different way. He was afflicted by my hostility towards him, but couldn't let my guard slip around him. The only option I had left was retreat.
中に入っていいの？
Hell no.
誰がそんなこと言った？警護なんて必要ない。さっさと帰れ。
Get lost? Wow, Yanagi, wow.
へえ、柳さん、相変わらず釣れないな。
岡崎？
わかりました。おとなしく、外で待機してまーす。
Be a good doggy, wait outside. He stubbornly refused to leave. I had an inordinate amount of patience. Leaving the flippant Osasaki behind, I entered the office. I closed the door and looked around. 3 people were inside. Enemoto, who was typically here. Sazasuka and...
Shiraishi?
柳くん、待ってたよ。
We've been waiting for you. This is an intervention. It really
Yeah.
sounds like it, right?
Can you please sit down? How about no? Shiraishi Post was at the Shinjuku's station. He worked with us, but he didn't come by much. But here he was, early in the morning, and he was smiling, which gave me a pause. It looked like his typical bemused grin, but it appeared to be stronger today.
Dun dun dun.
緊張して。
Hi.
あの白石が。まさか。
Oh.
It was the only way to describe it, though. Something was off. This didn't feel right.
あっちから接触してくれるとはな。
どういうことだ？何が起こった？
怒ったっつう
これを見てもらった方が早いね。
With that, Shiraishi handed me an unsealed envelope. The envelope sealed was a Enemoto flower. The flower was the symbol of Adonis.
Anemone flower was the symbol of Adonis. Okay, that's even new for me.
It had been, hinted all the time.
Okay, well, I'm glad.
There was also a letter inside the envelope. It read, as a part of the countdown to X Day, a woman will be killed by poison in Shinjuku Garden on December the 6th, 0000. Also called Midnight.
Run, Yanagi! Run!
Why was I pursuing X-Day? Still, I didn't have an answer to the question that I honestly believed. Why am I in the goddamn park again? But I couldn't afford to let this go.
Yep, in the park shit goes down.
あなたの思いはしたくない。
I had to become stronger, strong enough to prevent any more sorrow. I wanted to protect whoever I possibly could. That's all I believed. Well, it's always the goddamn park.
ここか。
Well, what time is it?
It's the church.
Um,
お前、
Does he know her?
maybe.
Was it correct from the beginning? Okay, let's continue.
My breath struck in my throat. It felt like my throat has seized up. And in the spot, there was a woman laying on the ground, surrounded by red flowers. It was exactly like the nightmare I once had. I couldn't put that one in one line.
No, wasn't dramatic enough. Oh, it's for me. I wondered how much time had passed. Despite my entities, the color was silent. My body was still paralyzed and worse. I felt it getting harder and harder to breathe. They said it wasn't a lethal dose, but I don't know what it is true. At this rate, if nobody finds me soon. As that thought suddenly crossed my mind, my vision grew dark. I'm scared. Somebody help me.
お前。おい、しっかりしろ。
Somebody found me. Perhaps I would be saved. While clinging on that shred of hope, I looked at the man in front of me. Who are you?
無理に喋るな。俺は、お前を探していたんだ。
Me?
お前の状況は把握してる。心細かっただろうが、もう大丈夫だ。大丈夫だ。絶対に助ける。
As I heard those words, my creeping terror began to subside a bit. However, some doubts stubbornly remained. They were looking for me, and they know what's happened to me? How did they know? How did they know I was here? After having that realization, my would-be savior suddenly seemed much more frightening.
俺が怖いか?
Are you a mind reader?
Well, you're just a stranger that just picked her up, like, okay.
And while she's paralyzed.
Yeah, pretty much.
You must have seen a change in my expression while I'm paralyzed. The man looked at me and then...
これじゃまるであの時と同じだ。
He seemed kind of sad as he murmured that, so I couldn't take my eyes off him. You're paralyzed and he's holding you. Where do you want to put your eyes? Why is he making that face?
でも、今度こそ俺は。
I couldn't catch the end of his whisper. Huh? This voice.
Yeah.
For an instant, something clicked in my mind. I had seen these sorrowful eyes somewhere, a voice that filled me with deep calm. This shouldn't have been our first meeting, but I felt like those qualities were familiar. Who are you? Just as I open my mouth to voice that question.
Yanagi senpai!
You guys are late.
Yeah, really.
その女か。
ああ。この首輪といい、間違いない。榎本、予告状はお前が持ってたな。
はい、ここに。
The man lifting me in his arms took what appeared to be a letter from a man who was wearing an eye patch. Did you notice that Yanagi and Sazasuka have the same jacket?
Oh, yeah.
俺たち宛てに届いた予告状だ。
He unfolded the sheet so that I was able to see it.
As a part of the X-Day countdown, a woman will be poisoned to death on the 6th of December at 12 a.m.
They couldn't write 12 a.m. before.
No, 00.00. There's only one way to save her. You must enter the undock code given below into the collar the woman is wearing. Furthermore, if the police are notified, we will immediately kill the woman.
Shame.
Even if you save the woman, you are not to speak of the collar. We will be monitoring your actions through the collar. Should you violate any of these terms, you will be placing her life in jeopardy. Heat? Is that thing? Okay, this warning well. Who write heat?
X-Day countdown? Why me?
狙われるだけの理由がお前にあるってことじゃねえの。
No, we still haven't figured that out. Huh?
バカは黙ってろ。時間がない。
バカ。
笹塚の言う通りだ。事情を聞くのは、解読してからでいい。
Shouldn't you guys put the code in my color? I'm just saying, I mean, let's chat a bit more.
でも罠かもしれない。
榎本、二度は言わない。命がかかってるんだぞ。
Honestly, I don't know if I can trust these people.
They look so honest, all of them.
But at this rate, I will. I don't want to die without even trying. I made up my mind and prepared to speak. If there's a way to stop it, please help me.
ああ。解除コードは、ここに入力するらしいな。
I like how casual he's taking this on. Like, no need to be stressed, Yanagi. Just die here.
He had tried it before. Apparently. Maybe. I don't know.
The man touched somewhere on the collar while supporting my body weight. I thought I was ready, but I was still scared. Not knowing what was about to happen, I squeezed my eyes shut.
少しだけ我慢してくれ。大丈夫だから。
I was standing on the border between life and death. I had no idea whether or not I had drawn another breath. What a strange situation. I want to trust this man. The moment that I thought formed in my head. Ow! I let out a gasp of the color lanced me.
まさか、解除失敗か。
Yes.
柳さん、どうなんだ
When I heard their anxious voices, I feared the darkness would claim me. But soon I felt something change. Huh? I can move? When I slowly opened my eyes, the man holding me exhaled a sigh of relief.
どうやら解除は成功したようだな。
Yes, I can feel my body again.
なんだよ、紛らわしい。
Sorry. Stop being a bitch, I was dying.
Yeah, really.
When I felt the pain in my neck, I thought I was done for, but it seems like I made it. It started dull. Breathing had finally become easier, so I patted my chest in relief.
顔色もさっきよりマシだよな。柳先輩。やっぱ最初から解毒剤が首輪に仕込まれてたってことですよね。
Anyone else surprised that the smart answer comes from Enemoto?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
おそらくな。
Yanagi, was it? Thank you for saving my life. I was still woozy, but I managed to stand up and bow to him.
いや、俺だけの手柄じゃない。この二人も、お前を探すために走り回ってたしな。
But you found me, so you're the winner.
Yay.
I turned to look at the other two as Yanagi mentioned them. Thank you.
そんなことはどうでもいい。それより、犯人がなんでお前を選んだか、俺はそれが知りたいんだよ。
No idea. I mean, I guess, but I can't tell here. I'm
Oh, you have
sorry.
a theory.
I would like to give you an answer, but I honestly have no idea.
それで納得できるわけないだろ。お前は殺されかけたんだぞ。
No shit, Sherlock Holmes. I wasn't there.
殺されるだけの理由があるんだよ。そう考えるのが普通だろ。
What? Why is he being so hostile towards me? I can't just accept that you guys showed up out of the blue either. It's not like I automatically trust you now. I'm grateful that you rescued me, but how exactly did you get that notice about my situation in the first place?
今はこっちの質問にだけ答えろ。お前と犯人の関係性がわからない限り、ほいほい情報を与えられないからな。
They're bitching in the church while she was just pretty much dying.
Yeah, she was the hostage.
You
That's the
guys
relationship.
are the worst. I'm just saying.
おい、タケル。言いたいことはわかるけど落ち着けって。って、柳先輩。何してるんですか？
Carrying me, I hope.
そこに銃が落ちてた。犯人のものかな。あるいは。
Who's dumb enough to drop a gun?
Me! It's only mine.
Oh boy.
Ah, that's mine.
Oh boy.
It's mine. Who would be dumb enough?
Yeah.
Me, of course.
そうか。
Wow.
この町
that
で
happened.
銃を持っていること自体は不思議じゃないが、この銃は警察が使用しているものだな。
Yanagi, smart. It is. How did you know that?
俺が元警察官だからだ。
Dun dun dun. Huh? Yanagi let out a little chuckle when he saw my jaw drop. Oh, dumb.
信じられないなら調べてもらって構わない。俺は警視庁捜査一課にいた柳愛知だ。
I think I've never heard the name Aichi in any anime before. It's pretty unique.
The IG?
Yeah.
I don't think so either. The Nagi I've heard before, but well, I know I is love, but with G after, I actually don't know. I don't know the exact meaning
Lover
of his
boy.
name. Yeah, it's probably Lover Boy. Yeah, let's just say it's
Lover
Lover
boy.
Boy. So, yeah.
Investigation section 1 at headquarters?
He's
That would be very easy to verify, so it was unlikely that he was lying.
まあ、銃と一緒に警察手帳も落ちていたからな。これを見れば、誰でもお前が警察官だとわかるだろう。
So they're just laying me down? Like, what did they do? Throw me that all my shit fell out of my jacket? Well, I don't get it. Like, or did they just take all my shit and then just threw it to the ground? Like, there you go, stupid bitch.
Yeah.
While Yanagi talked, he opened my police notebook. Why are you so surprised? Excuse me?
ああ、悪い。
He knows me! He knows me! Okay.
Good. Background story.
I took my gun and notebook back from Yanagi. I was going to ask about them once again, but my phone is ringing. Phone began to vibrate. Pardon me. That's right, Mochida was
誰からだ
my superior. I was attacked while we were supposed to meet up in response to a call.
なら、ここに長居しない方がいい。話の続きは、場所を変えて仕切り直そう。
そうっすね。ここじゃ落ち着いて話聞けなさそうだし。
You guys talked enough, but it was all useless.
Pretty much.
こいつを野放しにするのか
そりゃ姿くらまされたら問題だけど、ここで捕まえて無理やり連れてっても、こいつの周囲に怪しまれるだろ。
Excuse me, you want to take me captive?
笹塚の懸念もわからなくはない。だが、俺は彼女が怯えていたのが演技だとは思えなかった。
She's that smart to act that out. No.
彼女が何も知らない被害者なら、真実を知りたいのは俺たちだけじゃない。
I nodded earnestly as he turned to me. I want to know what happened here too. I hate being kept in the dark like this. You nearly died, woman.
Yeah, pretty much.
笹塚。彼女は警察官だ。逃げはしない。
I don't know how I made it through the police office school.
これまでの X レイ事件の被害者は漏れなく殺されてる。そんな中、こいつは助かる術を与えられた唯一の被害者だ。警察以前に疑うのは当然だろ
う。でも、柳先輩は疑ってないんすよね。
ああ。今のところは疑う根拠がない。
信じる根拠もない。
じゃあ、今のところは話してもいいんじゃねえの？こいつがこのまま行方知らずになれば捜索がかかるし、そっちのが厄介じゃん。だったら、
わかった。もういい。もし逃げても、居場所を突き止めて、洗いざらい吐かせりゃいい話だしな。
What's your fucking problem, dude?
Everything.
Like I said, I'm not running.
後で改めて迎えをよこす。ひとまず、新宿署で待機してくれるか。署にいた方が、まだ気も休まるだろう。
Yeah. Hearing the tinge of concern in Yanagi's voice made me feel a little better. They want me to go alone through the park again?
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Though the man they called Sazasuka remained thoroughly suspicious of me, I didn't feel any of that from Yanagi. The last one was Enemoto, right? I'm not sensing much from him. Oh, there's not much to sense. I became aware of someone observing me. Hi. What now? He's watching me.
予告状に首輪の存在は明るみにするなってあったけど。お前、そんな賢そうに見えないし。口滑らせて勝手に自爆しそうだな。
You should see my shooting skill.
Amazing.
What?
さあ、さずか。そのくらいにしておけ。解毒はできたが、彼女の首輪が外れたわけじゃない。少しは気遣ってやれ。
ま、予告状にも、首輪を通して監視してる的なこと書かれてたしな。
星野。
As I turned to respond, Yanagi took my muffler and proceeded to cover the color by wrapping the muffler around my neck. I guess it's a thingy.
Yeah.
Scarf.
今はまだ犯人の目的がわからない。署内でも首輪は隠した方がいい。
Understood.
じゃあ、俺たちは先に行く。犯人が近辺に潜んでいる可能性もあるからな。お前も早く上司と合流しろ。
I just noticed how long his tie is. Like, how long is his tie?
It's very long. They're all very long for some reason.
Yes. After I watched the three of them leave, I looked at my phone. They leave me alone after I nearly died? Dude, it's like...
Yeah.
Machida's been calling me repeatedly. Checking the time, I saw the 2 hours had passed. And
oh shit.
I'm walking through the walk alone. Park tour alone. Mochida.
お前今までどこにいたんだ？連絡も取れないし、事件か何かに巻き込まれたかと思ったんだぞ。
I lost track of time because I'm dumb.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I made you worry.
お前は真面目なやつだし、安易に連絡を怠るようなことはしない。何かあったんじゃないのか？
Drop my phone. I'm pretty sure this is related to X-Day, so I should probably report what happened. But I don't know what will happen if I talk. Wrecked with indecision, I decided to save the game. That's what we do.
Yep.
Of course, don't report it. I don't wanna die. They said
Pretty
not to
much.
report it. Don't report it.
Yep.
Still haven't learned anything.
なお、このことは警察に口外しないでください。こちらもむやみに手をかけたくはないの。あなたも、身近な人間や大切な人を失うのは悲しいでしょう。
They might still be listening, so I shouldn't speak carelessly. They said they'd be observing through the color. Actually, on the way to Shinjuku Garden, I came across a male student using a dog for target practice.
最近そういったやつも減ってきたと思っていたが、完全になくなりはしないか。
When the weapon ban was lifted, all the young people wanted to try their weapons in spite of the coded tracking system. Mochida knew about this happening, so it seemed like he believed me.
それで、その男子学生はどうしたんだ？
It seemed like he had some pent-up stress related to his home life. I got his parents involved and talked it out. It seemed like he understood he was wrong. Just to be safe, I think I should swing by and check on them for a few days.
それがいい。冷静になってから後悔するやつも多いからな。
Yeah.
発砲さえしてなければ、まだ引き返せる。道を踏み外そうとしてる若者をお前は救ったんだ。よくやったな。
I saved the dog, you mean?
Yeah. I'll also
That's
say
not
the
right
dog.
at all. I saved the dog. You were trying to reach me for a long time, Mochida. I apologize for making you worry. Really, there's no excuse for it. Stifling my deep guilt aboard my head.
まあ、お前に何もなかったならいいんだ。俺も到着がだいぶ遅れたしな。
Huh? Really?
ああ。なんでかパトカーの鍵が見つからなくてな。
Wow. I nearly died and you misplaced your keys. Mochida. I was honestly a little shocked to realize how easy it was to imagine this scenario.
違うぞ。俺の管理に問題はなかった。はずだ。
Probably.
Uh-huh. Mochida was kind of calm, so it wasn't that unusual for him to lose things. While I was caught up in this mess, he was trying to find his keys. The thought just made me exhausted.
これでも大急ぎで来たんだぞ。けどな、俺が着いた時には周囲に不審人物はいなかった。ひょっとしたら、揉めてるって通報も、いたずら電話だったのかもしれないな。
That's true.
が、念には念を入れて、ここら一帯をパトロールしてから帰ろう。お前が見つけたみたいに、飛行に走ろうとしてる若者がいるかもしれないしな。
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
After that, we drove around for a while in Mochida's patrol car. We didn't see any fleeing youths around, nor did we discover anyone or anything that seemed to be related to X-Day. Nice. Yeah, let's stop here. That's
Okay.
1 hour and 16 minutes.
Oh, but that sounds like this is getting interesting. So this, for now, you got like the color on, and we got some background story.
Yeah, and the other side. It really sounds like Yanagi knows her, like I already suggested 3 years ago when I started this game.
Mm-hmm.
And thought that he knows her for some reason. But then I had to play all the other stories of these other guys first, before it was unlocked, so... Yeah, here we go.
Yep. That's lovely.
And that's it for today.
Yep.